This 5 o'clock hour, the Limestone Medical Center in Groesbeck still on a lockdown because of a standoff situation. Here's a live look where this has been unfolding over the past few hours. All right, we've got some breaking news tonight. Temple Police and SWAT are engaged in an active standoff right now. They were trying to serve a search warrant.
No way you can win.
So there you have it, the former president speaking here at Waco Regional Airport, talking about COVID-19, talking about the pandemic and those lockdowns. Tree branches getting frozen over, and some of those bigger branches then falling onto power lines and potentially creating some power outages. That parade is officially underway, so they're rolling down Austin now. I think they had timed it out for it would take about 25 to 30 minutes, give or take. Really quickly, let's talk about the gubernatorial contest. You saw this happening pretty early.
Yes.
These aren't cheap. Taxpayer money is in play here. How can you be 100% sure these sessions will turn out differently?
So you do make a very important point.
We start off tonight with developing news out of West. Texas DPS telling 25 News a West firefighter has died from injuries after responding to a vehicle fire on I-35.
Troopers say a truck driver failed to slow down and move over, hitting a fire truck and two DPS cruisers. Then one of those vehicles struck the firefighter, killing him. Tonight, Andrew Lamparski is live at Hillcrest Hospital in Waco, where that firefighter passed away.
The traffic at the scene was backed up.
All right, Alicia. Well, AAA says on average 2 emergency responders are killed by drivers every month in this country. Texas has the move over, slow down law. Drivers are required to move out of the lane closest to emergency or tech stop vehicles when possible. This goes for law enforcement, tow trucks, utility service vehicles, and highway crews. If you can't get over, you need to slow your speed down to 20 miles below the posted speed limit. Violations can lead to fines of up to $200, but if a worker is hurt in a crash, that fine can go up to $2,000.
All right, let's get a first check of our weather this evening.
Yeah, a little bit breezier, Matt, and a little bit chillier today.
Yeah, cold front roll through.
All right, Matt. Our 25 weather team is spotlighting all things severe weather when it comes to Central Texas. Matt, Josh, Caleb, and Matthew, Thursday night at 6:30, will have a full special on what to do if storms strike your area and what to watch out for. Again, that's Thursday night at 6:30. Demonstrators at the state capitol for yet another rally at a public hearing. Protesters, including the Transgender Education Network of Texas and the ACLU. Right now, lawmakers are considering a bill that would ban gender-affirming care for kids.
They're trying to debate whether or not transgender people exist, whether or not transgender people deserve to exist. But we do, and we are here to show them that we are full human beings that are deserving of health care.
Currently, there are more than 100 bills in the current session that advocates say target LGBTQ+ people. Police say a teenager is dead after a shooting earlier this afternoon. It happened around 1 o'clock in the 3300 block of Brookview Drive. Police say the teen was a black male who was rushed to a hospital nearby before eventually dying. Officers collecting evidence there at the scene, including several shell casings. No word from Waco PD on a suspect or the teen's identity.
Some of that information to grow an approximation of mammoth meat in a lab. Why? Why?
So if you're not eating it, why are they?
Right. My question exactly.
Just because they can?
Maybe it goes to future research. Maybe we will be eating it one day.
Okay. We're going to try
Maybe
to bring
you
back.
will be.
You want me?
I can tell you for an absolute fact God was with me.
Getting shot in the line of duty and surviving changes any law enforcement officer. A Milam County Chief Deputy is choosing to look for the good in what was one very bad situation.
He almost lost his life. His recovery will take months. But Sam Ferguson is pushing ahead and for the first time speaking out about the day he nearly died. Outside the Milam County Sheriff's Office these days, you might notice an empty spot. 7 weeks in, there's good reason for that.
This jaw, so there's a big gaping hole over here. Most of that's gone.
Chief Deputy Sam Ferguson IV has a lot to say, even if his jaw remains partially wired shut after being shot twice in the line of duty.
Bullet hit right up here near this one, and it's actually still in my face. So they said they'll either take it out when they put the jaw in, or they'll just leave it.
Ferguson is one of the state's most experienced mental health officers. He was serving in that role on that Wednesday in October when outside of Rockdale, he was helping a local mobile crisis outreach team do a checkup. Deputy Ferguson knew the man, knew the house, but he did not know what would happen during that visit.
He was in a mental health crisis. We went out there to help him, to get him treatment.
He can't discuss specifics, but we know something went wrong, and Ferguson was eventually shot twice, once in the stomach area, which was blocked by a vest, but also once through the head.
I knew immediately my jaw was gone. I mean, it was like getting hit with a baseball bat.
He was able to return fire, killing the man. First responders and fellow deputies rushed to the scene, including this one, Sam Ferguson V, his own son.
Just sticking his hands in my mouth and pulling chunks out. I mean, there was a lot of stuff in there. And he when there was a chunk, he'd pull it out, and when there was a lot of blood, he'd suck it out.
The chief deputy was life-flighted to Baylor Scott and White in Temple, somehow staying alert the entire time until doctors knew to save his life, he needed to go under.
Trying to talk to him a little bit, and then trying to get the blood cleared out, and then they said we need to put him under, and then I woke up 4 days later.
Woke up alive. Weeks of rehab and recovery are now underway, and the community response toward the veteran lawman is giving him strength.
The kindness and gratitude of the people in Milam County and even beyond Milam County has been absolutely heartwarming.
Sam knows there's a risk every time you put on the uniform, and he wants to make one thing clear about the seconds and the person that nearly cost him his life.
I hold absolutely no animosity in my heart towards him, towards his family, towards his mother, to anyone. This was a sad situation that's heartbreaking. It was a heartbreaking ending to somebody who was ill.
A pretty remarkable outlook there. As we mentioned, Ferguson is passionate about mental health.